Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my bathroom. As you can probably hear, I'm on day 6 of a very minor head cold. I've been spending the last couple of days, resting and recharging and relaxing and moving through this cold. And today's like that first day where I'm like really feeling like myself again. And so I have been a little bit off of my game for sure. I think I only washed my face once yesterday and I can feel it, and I can see it in the mirror. So today, very casual, very laid back, because while I still feel like myself, I'm not 100% there yet. So I'm just going to share with you this kind of like reset routine where I am really pampering and nourishing my skin as I'm fully getting back to health and as I'm fully getting back into my glow. So if you're so ready to spend some time with me this morning doing some reparative and restorative skincare, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. So first things first, I wash my face with water and a washcloth. I spend a really good time at my sink, really splashing the water over my face. And then I use this washcloth to not only help to release any like flaky peeling skin that I might have from all the dryness, but I also like to get this really warm and then hold it against my eyes. It feels so soothing. And I can't forget my eye drops. These really soothe my dry eyes. All right, going in for 2 layers of the Numbuzin #1 toner. I just opened this bottle up just a few weeks ago, but I'm already like crashing through it so fast. I almost forgot how much I like this toner. I've been on a make cream kick, but this one is honestly really, really good. And there's some nice soothing extracts in here, centella and heart leaf, that really help to bring inflammation down. And that's one of the things I've been noticing with being sick, is that I'm just a lot more prone to redness and just some general kind of like inflammation and just like some unevenness that I know is inflammation based, right? When you have a head cold, when you're sick like that, your immune system is like on full fire, right? And so it is expected to see a little bit more redness on your skin, partly because of that. Okay, so second layer, and that feels so good. I haven't actually been too dehydrated during this cold, which has been really nice, but I definitely, did you see that? I just like kind of pressed it into my nose. I've been really dry there. And this head cold really has not been that bad, quite honestly. I was sick around this time last year, but I had COVID and I was pretty severely sick, honestly. It was the first time I ever had COVID and it hit me very, very hard. And I was laid up in bed for a really long time. And there was like some lingering effects, even like a month after that, the way that that showed up for me. It really is one of those things that just like it gets into you and it clings to you for a long time. This is not that at all. I was like obsessively testing with the COVID test. I was like, please don't be COVID, please. Because it was like, I'm still kind of traumatized from that illness. You know what I mean? And it kept coming up negative. And I was like, you know what? This feels like a regular cold, quite honestly. And it honestly, to me, I felt like, I'm filming this right now to January 2nd. This is going to come out a week after I'm filming this. So while I was moving through this sickness, it was like that weird week in between like Christmas and New Year's where you're just like, you're not sure what day of the week it is. Am I working? Am I not working? Like that rhythm of life is definitely disrupted. But when you get sick like that too, it really was for me kind of that message like, hey, you really need to like slow down. You really need to prioritize rest. So I'm going in for serum next. This is the Avene Cicalfate serum. And I'm kind of switching things up because I am going to be using an essence, but it's much thicker and moisturizing. And this serum has a much more lighter, hydrating gel-like texture to it. And so I switched up the order so that it would absorb better into my skin. So I've been really digging on this serum. I don't know if it's a new product, it's kind of new to me, but I've really been enjoying it, especially in the winter, I was going to say, because it's very soothing and it's great if you do experience some inflammation and irritation. But it's been really nice during my sickness as well because it is, as I said, very restorative, repairing, but it also calms down the redness and the irritation. And I really do enjoy this texture too because it's pretty easy to work into your routine. Like I said, I switch things up because I use a lot of thicker products in the winter time, but this has just been really easy to slot into that that routine, just switching things around a little bit. So as I mentioned, I switched up the order and now I'm going in for Essence, which is the Haruharu Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence. And look at this gorgeous milky texture. You see why I changed the order of the serum and essence. This is much thicker. It's very rich and moisturizing, and it feels amazing on my nose. That area. When I woke up and I looked in the mirror this morning, I was like, ooh, I'm seeing some little like flakies on my nose because that area is just feeling so dry. So I'm really like pressing it in and making sure it gets there. But it just feels so good in this season. You know, I've been really obsessed with this over the last like 2 months or so now. It really started to impress me in November, really started to become like a staple for me all through December. I've been using this. My bottle is like way more than halfway gone. But I have to say, even for like 2 months of like almost continuous morning and nighttime use, I've switched up a little bit here and there, but quite honestly, I've been very dedicated to this. I am just a little bit more than halfway. I'm about here. So this is really something that, even though it seems like a standard size, because you don't need that much because it is so rich, I find that I'm not like over pouring. I tend to be an over applier with like watery products like toners and essences because I just want to like splash my whole face in them, right? But with this one, because a restrained amount really does bring full benefits to your skin because it's so rich and moisturizing, I find that I'm using the appropriate amount and the product's actually lasting me a lot longer. This is the Skin 1004 Probio-Cica Bakuchiol Eye Cream, and I apologize if stuff isn't quite in focus with the camera. I am not wearing my contacts. I really should be wearing my glasses because I'm like kind of squinting right now. I cannot stand having my contacts in right now with my eyes the way that they are. So everything's like really beautiful and sharp right now, but you know, all that glare and stuff on the lens is not super duper cute, although I love wearing my glasses. So I just want to say shout out to all the glasses wearers, but yes, I am struggling just a little bit with the finer details right now. I'm putting on the eye cream right now, and this is my second tube. If you've been following my content over the last month or so, you know that I really have fallen in love with this eye cream. And finally, by the end of 2024, I found an eye cream I actually enjoy. I had so many hits. Not hits. I had so many misses in 2024 when it came to eye cream. So I really love the texture of this. It's really, you could see it's really buttery. It's almost like a whipped kind of an eye cream, but it really does actually absorb into the eye area very nicely. It's very smoothing and plumping. And I believe a little bit brightening as well with the Bakuchiol, but it's not like greasy. It's not like coating my eye area in like a thick, heavy barrier of a product. It's not like overly greasy. If I was wearing makeup, which I'm absolutely not, I do not have the energy for that. But if I was, it wouldn't interfere with it. So I've just really been enjoying it. So I liked it so much. The first tube, I bought a 2-pack. So this is the one of the 2-pack. But I really like that eye cream a lot. I'm going to go straight in for Lipid Gold as well as the Fortify oil from Stratia. So I do about 2 pumps of Lipid Gold. I normally would just do 1, but lately this winter I've been really into 2 pumps. So I'm just rolling with it. I guess I'm feeling very abundant lately. And then I do 3 drops of oil. Now, when I was thinking about this routine, I'm really using this routine as my comeback, if you will. This is the first day where I felt like myself. Like I feel like I don't want to spend the day in bed. I might actually put on like real clothes today. We'll see. I'm not pushing myself, but it's also like I feel like I'm getting back to health. And so, yes, I've definitely just been doing like the minimum with my skin, which, you know, my minimum is still pretty extra, I have to admit. But it has not been my focus because my focus has been rest, repair, health. And now that I feel like I'm getting where I need to be with that, we're on the road to recovery. Now it's time to start, letting that kind of shine through from the outside. And also I have to say, if you're sick and you're feeling paranoid about your skin, do not waste your energy on that. Okay. Like you are going through a temporary thing right now, right? Your body needs to heal. Give yourself grace, patience, and time. I've been in a really good streak with my skin. I am pretty sure I'll probably get a breakout. I could feel something happening around my nose this morning. I'll probably get a breakout from only washing my face once yesterday and all the heavy creams that I keep reapplying because my nose is feeling really dry. Whatever, it's fine. Like, it's okay. Like, we will live, we will move on. It's not the end of the world. Like, your skin is one thing, but like your health is something else completely. So like, don't push yourself and force yourself to do stuff when you're ill. You know what I'm saying? If anything has taught me that, what am I saying? Anyways, I'm kind of getting a little bit loopy, quite honestly, because I still have a head cold. But I guess my point is just like, don't feel bad. Don't get down on yourself. Don't get hard on yourself. Don't force yourself to do something you're not ready to do. And so I guess I was going on this big rant about that because I hadn't been taking as good of care of my skin as I normally would, and I don't feel bad about it. But when I was thinking about this routine, I was like, oh, I should be doing masks and I should be doing all this and da-da-da-da-da to really get that glow back. And I'm like, you know what? No, I don't really want to. I don't want to. Maybe we'll save that for day, 7, 8, 9. Right now, like I said, this is the first day that I'm really feeling it. And so I am going to kind of treat myself a little bit to some Gua Sha, spending a little bit of time and sharing this routine with you. And the reason that I chose Gua Sha is because I believe that this is going to help me move through this cold. Because Gua Sha not only will improve the circulation in my skin, which will bring out that really pretty, pink glow, if you will, to my skin. But it's also going to help facilitate some drainage from the sinuses. And that's really going to help me. And so I'm going to be doing it pretty fast because like I said, like energy is only so much, right? So I'm going to be moving through this with the intention of helping to relieve some pressure and get some movement going for all those liquids to move down and out and, exit the body. This is also a good excuse for me to show off this gorgeous mirror. Oh my gosh, the lights are like reflecting crazy off of it. Do you see how beautiful this mirror is? This is from Flower Nose, which has the most gorgeous packaging ever. They're a makeup brand from China, but they also have some really beautiful accessories like this hand mirror. I got this off of YesStyle just a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure it's already sold out, quite honestly, but I want to show it to you because I feel like I'm like in the Marie Antoinette movie. The one from Sofia Coppola, which is just like an aesthetic dream. Like I just want to like live in that movie. I don't want to be Marie Antoinette. Did you see the ending? I just wanted to show you this beautiful mirror because it makes me feel fancy. I also like, do you see how I added like the flowers in the background? I got some flowers for Christmas and I just wanted to like bring some beauty. Do you know what I mean? That's something else that makes me feel good when I don't feel like I'm embodying beauty right now. I feel like a mucusy mess. But these are things that can kind of help. So I'm going to start with the eyebrows because I usually have so much tension here. Actually, I'm not feeling as much tension here. I must be like really relaxed from my last couple of days in bed. So that feels really nice. And I'm not pressing hard. I would never suggest pressing hard with Gua Sha ever. But I'm being even a little bit more delicate than I normally would be. I normally would like kind of press into some of the tension, but I tend to be very prone to burst blood vessels when I'm sick as well. I see them a lot around my nose and around my eyes and stuff too. So I'm really not trying to live that life right now. And so I'm just going very, very gentle, just like I said, facilitating circulation and sinus drainage. So this is the inner heart part of the Gua Sha. I'm saying this part, it fits perfectly right in between the eyebrows. And I think I don't know where I learned this from, but it's you kind of go in and then kind of press upwards a little bit, and that actually helps to open up the sinuses, supposedly. Oh, it feels incredibly relaxing, and I do feel like there is a very subtle release when I do that, and that feels really nice. And then I'm going in for this curved side, and I'm going right into the nose crack here and just very gently kind of winging it, if you will, kind of outwards. And again, I'm not pressing hard. If you do have sinus congestion or pressure or like a sinus infection, this is very helpful, I find, but you don't want to be, that area can feel tender. So you know what I mean? Like go follow your body, follow your skin tuition with this one. And I am kind of doing a very lazy version of this. I'm not trying to sculpt my skin or my jawline or anything like that. I'm just trying to facilitate the drainage. And then I tend to carry a lot in my neck. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another drop of oil. Ooh, y'all, I'm really starting to feel it. So I'm going to move through this as fast as I can while still getting that benefit. But I'm putting a little bit more oil because that drag, you want to reduce that drag as much as possible. Again, broken blood vessels, right? But also just like being too rough on your skin. So working that and then pulling off to the sides too. So the idea here is pulling everything out to the sides from the center of the face out, and then we pull it down. I kind of just go down from the temple all the way down behind the ear. Yeah, something's definitely moving. Okay. It's okay to take a break if you need to as well. Okay, and since this is definitely facilitating some movement, which is kind of throwing me off a little bit, I'm just going to wrap it up. I'm not going to do anything further, but I am going to make sure that what I moved into this area is released. So I'm just pressing in. And then I'm just using my fingers. You can use the Gua Sha too, but I'm just kind of moving through this fast because like I said, it's actually kind of overwhelming me a bit. Probably a little bit too much. Moving it down the neck. I'm pressing out here, collarbone, pushing it towards the shoulders. And then the important thing is that you want to press into your armpits, that lymph, to get that drainage. So it's a little bit weird, but you do your Mary Catherine Gallagher. Millennials will understand what I meant when I said that. And you just press it and you're just pressing in. And I like to actually stop talking. Breathe in deep because I do feel what is clinging in the back of my throat starting to move down. That's so gross. I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm getting warm. All right, drinking my water. All right, let's wrap this up. This is the Pyunkang Ado Cream Blue label. I really like this moisturizer. It's very gentle. It is very barrier restorative as well. And for most of the year, it's like the perfect medium weight texture. It's the right amount of moisture. But for right now, because my skin just needs so much, I'm going to put in a small, like pea-sized amount of the Lipikar Triple Repair Moisturizing Cream from Roche-Posay. Not much, honestly, but I like to just mix a little bit into the lighter creams just to give it a little bit more fluffiness, a little bit more protective quality to it, a little bit more heft. And that's really brings the moisture back into my skin and protects it because it's January. It's cold, it's windy. It's actually a really beautiful, it's cold day, but it's very beautiful because the sunlight. Do you see it? This beautiful sunlight? This is not normal for the winter. You're lucky if you get that where I live. Most of the days this last week have been quite dreary. One morning it was like rain snowing. It was very dark and gloomy all day yesterday. And so waking up this morning and actually like, you know, when you're sick and you wake up and you're like, how do I feel now? And waking up and being like, I can breathe through both nostrils pretty well. I feel like ready to get out of bed. I don't feel this heaviness in my body. I'm starting to feel like myself. It's really special when you wake up on a day when it's like actually sunny and, you know, cheerful feeling as well. And you're like, oh, this feels right. This feels like my day, you know? Okay, I'm actually really pleased with how my skin is looking right now. It feels really, really good. I feel like I've restored some plumpness, you know what I mean? Some bounce back into my skin. And I do think, while I think my skin is still dull, and like I said, I'm probably going to have a few breakouts, right? I'm honestly really pleased with how it's looking right now after just spending a little bit of time taking care of taking care of my skin, right? Give yourself some grace and patience. You know what I mean? If you're also going through a sickness right now and you're like, I want to glow, my skin looks like garbage. First of all, don't talk to yourself like that. And second of all, like the glow, right? There's so many things that contribute to the glow, but I have to say that like just what you put on your skin is not what influences the entirety of your glow. So give yourself some grace if you haven't been able to perform your full skincare routine, or if your skin isn't really up to taking on more aggressive actives right now. Just give it some space, give it some grace, give it some time. A lot of your glow comes from the health, the internal health of your body. Your skin is the largest organ in your body. Of course, it's going to be affected when you're in ill health, when your body is fighting off viruses and sickness, right? When your immune system is completely flared up and doing its job. Your glow is not its number one priority right now, right? It's getting yourself back into health and you need to be taking care of yourself in a holistic way. So don't stress out about the skincare portion of it. We will come back to health and we'll be able to get right back on track. Okay. You can always get back onto the wagon, right? But if you're not taking care of yourself and nourishing yourself on every level, right, it's going to be a lot harder to get your glow back. So I just want to put that message out there because I do get questions about what do you do when you're sick? And I did a video last year about it. I'm doing another one right now, right? But I guess the main message I want you to take away is to just give yourself space and grace. We don't always get that message in our society that rest is important, and really nourishing yourself is important. We always get that message that we have to just keep going. And so I just want to give you that message that it's okay to slow down, to rest, to maybe fall off of your skincare wagon a little bit. So with that in mind, I am signing off to rest and nourish my body. I can't wait to see you in the next video. I hope you're healthy, happy, and safe. Keep shining your light, and I'll talk to you soon.